It's been a year since my book Viva MAC, AIDS, Fashion, and the Philanthropic Practices of MAC Cosmetics launched. In the book I describe the history of the originally Canadian, Toronto-based brand MAC Cosmetics and its corporate philanthropy around HIV/AIDS, which arose in the 1980s and 1990s alongside the rise of the AIDS epidemic in Toronto and the revitalization of the Toronto fashion industry and other creative industries in Toronto at that time. And the book talks about the ways that MAC's corporate philanthropy, which in many ways looks similar to what we now call cause marketing or cause-related marketing, is actually a very different type of corporate philanthropy that's not at all related to traditional marketing techniques, but rather is infused with the kind of creative authority that was dominant in the Toronto scene at the time. And the more I researched MAC, I realized that there were really no scholarly inquiries into MAC, its history, its logic, its advertising, which featured at the time in its first advertisement the unknown drag queen RuPaul. There was nothing out there, whether it was in cosmetics history, business history, queer scholarship, media, communications, advertising history. There was nothing. So it became the focus of my doctoral research. The book Viva MAC is not a guide or how-to on how to do good corporate philanthropy or how to do cause marketing, because in the book I argue that MAC is really a unique, anomalous example of corporate philanthropy, and it's not based in traditional marketing techniques at all. And I argue instead that this was a particular brand at a particular time in a particular place. It's a perfect storm of influences that created a brand and a type of philanthropy that was infused with creativity and the cultural authority to speak about issues that concerned the founders and the employees, and that was HIV/AIDS, which was a controversial topic at the time. And if there's anything to be gleaned from the story that I tell here, it's that for a brand to have authenticity in its social causes, it has to be willing to stand up to people and not be afraid to turn people away, to turn customers off, and to lose money, even to lose sales, in order to stand up for what it believes in. So Pride this year looks really different. We're not going to be able to do the traditional things that we would normally do, march in the parade, celebrate with our friends, but I think there's still lots that we can do. As somebody who's written a cultural history, it's important to keep reading history, to keep learning about how we got where we are now, and think about where we still need to go. This year is also an important year to think about the intersectionality of social causes and the ways that social justice intersects with race, gender, and other types of identity politics. It's certainly a cultural moment that has made all of these issues quite topical. And of course, you can still donate to campaigns and initiatives and organizations that align with your values, which I've certainly done. I wish everybody a happy Pride.